The code for Giants Cup number 12, your bi-weekly dose of Brazilian StarCraft. And I'm a little bit in shock. I'm a little bit surprised here because we are jumping in mid-series. Game 1 did occur as we were covering the lower semifinals. And we have our current scoreline. It's crazy. It's wild. This player here in the top left-hand corner, he is down in the series. We'll see if he can bounce back. I would say he's the favored to take the entire tournament. The red Protoss player for Team Hellfire, it is MasTeR. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent, we have his dear friend, also for Team Hellfire as their teammates as well. It is Yan. Let's go, we're jumping in mid-series, and I'll be honest, even though I was hoping for an ace match, I was really leaning heavily in favor of MasTeR in this series. I still do. They had a very long game. It was around like, what, almost 20-minute game for game 1. And did go the way of Yan. Very impressive here from our Terran player. We'll see if we can bring it home. We'll see if MasTeR can tie up the series. If you're in the chat, predictions are open. Place your bets while you can. Predictions are about to close, so best of luck with your gamba, as Yan is one step closer to the finals. Here we go. For now, it is going to be double gas. Double gas open at Yan, going for a faster factory. Meanwhile, MasTeR back at home, going for a gate expand himself. Gate cyber expand even. So far, so good. Standard opener out of MasTeR. Meanwhile, a more tech-heavy opener by Yan. With the faster factory, can lead into a Widowmine drop, can lead into a Cyclone harass, or Cyclone aggression, or even into Banshees. We have options. Yan does have options, as the Probe is forced to recall back home to save it against the initial Reaper. And when it comes to the map itself, I mean, we're loading into Ghost River, a very small map, very short resistance by ground. Aggression can be quite heavily favored, which is why I would not be opposed to like an add-on swap into Cyclone production or something more committed like that. We'll see. We'll see where Yan does take us. As for now, the Reaper moves out across the map, will threaten the mineral line. Stalker does pop, and MasTeR shouldn't lose any workers, does pull the probes away, will preserve them. Workers are saved, Stalker has arrived, and the Reaper is forced out. So far, so good. Meanwhile, back at home, it is going to be the Cyclone. It is not double Cyclone, though. There's no add-on swap. It's just going to be reactivated Marines with the initial Cyclone opener, and MasTeR is going for a very safe Robo first. I was curious as to the tech of choice, whether it was going to be Twilight Council, Stargate, or Robo. It is going to be the Robo opener. With this, MasTeR can go into Fast Colossus, into Fast, or Faster Bay, into Fast Colossus, or can take a different approach. We saw earlier today, Allison did have a kind of weird 2-base all-in with fast Immortal production. I don't really expect to see that here. I'm feeling more Colossus, but we'll see. MasTeR could always go for a Prism into a Twilight Council. But now the shield battery is done at the natural. Likewise, bit of a gateway explosion in the main. It looks like this should be for a faster War Prism to harass across the map, then leading into further tech. The initial observer is on the way. So far, so good. Now again, the downside of this tech opener from MasTeR is he has less map control because he has no Blink Stalkers and he has no Phoenixes. That's the power of a Stargate or a Twilight Council opener, is that map control. Alas, doesn't quite have that. And it is going to be the Immortal first. Interesting. Immortal opener out of MasTeR. I mean, because how fast the Immortal is, I mean, you could argue this is either really safe or a 2-base all-in. And with 3 gateways, I'm feeling aggression. That's a lot of gates. That's a fast Immortal. And MasTeR is building up. Meanwhile, back at home with the double gas opener, it is going to be a Banshee tank. I mentioned earlier that Banshee was an option here. The Observer does confirm. Very nice scout from MasTeR. He does get eyes on the 111, on the researching tech lab, and on the Banshee itself. So that will tell MasTeR to make another Observer and to get ready in the mineral lines. There we go. Stalkers at the natural. Likewise, Stalkers in the main. So MasTeR is ready. MasTeR is prepared. Did make just the initial Immortal, is making another Observer. Getting up to 3 Observers already. Very paranoid. There's the fast bay, as we mentioned. Usually a Robo opener leads into a bay, leads into Colossus, and that's exactly what MasTeR is headed. So it looks like this is just a very safe way to play, just very defensive start. MasTeR is getting ready to expand, and we'll be getting into early Colossus production. Now this will keep MasTeR safe against any kind of bio move outs and any kind of earlier push. So MasTeR should be safe and should be able to settle into a 3-base economy. The downside, as we mentioned before, no map control. There's no map presence here. It means that Yan is free to cut corners. Yet there's no pressure. There's no aggression. There's nothing really threatening the bases of Yan, which means Yan could have gone for a faster third CC. He didn't, but he could have. It would have been a way to kind of take advantage of MasTeR, as MasTeR is expanding, going for his third. Yan back at home, still building up. And we're still waiting for the third CC here from Yan. I mean, Yan, he has limited vision himself. Hasn't actually seen the third base. Banshee was deflected in the main. Meanwhile, the Observer is scouted. Nicely done. The Observer is sniped. And Yan has options. Yan, he has an option here. Does he go for a 2-base all-in? Does he pull the boys? Or does he expand? What does he go for? I mean, for now, he's waiting for the medevacs. Once the medevacs pop out, so then he can move out across the map. He can apply pressure. Based on the later upgrade timing, he should be throwing down a third CC. As the upgrades are still on the way, the army is moving out. We have Banshees towards the natural, and the main army right through the center. It is going to be spotted by the Adept. MasTeR getting ready at the ramp. And Yan is getting his third CC on location. Does scan ahead of time. Banshees, they do slip into the natural. Probes are going down. 3, 4, 5 probes so far. 6 probes. 6 probe kills, not bad. For one Banshee. The other does survive. Likewise, Yan, he doesn't move out. He's just taking a defensive stance. Preparing and getting his third base up. And we're calming things down. We're settling in towards a longer game state. This means that MasTeR is going to hit that triple Colossus production, or he's going to get up to 3 Colossus. Twilight Council is on the way. This should be for Charge and Blink. Destructive production has begun. Unfortunately, a bit of a mistake here. 2 Twilight Councils for MasTeR is a slip up. I don't think that's intentional. But regardless, he is still getting to his 4th and building up into a macro game. Likewise, MasTeR rotating. Does scan ahead of time, but cannot push into 3 Colossus. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Triple Colossus just a little bit too good. Yeah, and he backs off and he actually rotates, going for a drop. Bold move. Drop headed for the main, if not just the 4th. Main army rotating through the center is spotted by the probe. MasTeR is aware. He's going to collapse in. Yeah, the army's not large enough. Tank is going to go down. Nice pick off here to MasTeR, at the same time dropping to the main. Does force a recall. Colossus are ready. Disruptor as well. Nervous off cooldown. Disruptor goes down. A big overextension, and the Colossus are exposed. Yeah, and he can stim in. He can and he will. He takes down one of the Colossus. There's only one left. Production's being depowered. There we go. Second Colossus does arrive. MasTeR, he will protect his main. He will defend. At the same time, Yan, he's going for the 3rd. He was a little bit out of position. He has to stim in. A little bit late to hit the 3rd base, but he will take down at least the pylons. Going for the Nexus. Bold move. He will get it. Nexus will go down. At the same time, Job comes back in, trading with the Stalkers. Yan backing up. He is pulling MasTeR apart. Getting another 2 Stalkers. Pulls away. There is no blink. Yeah, there's no punish here for those medevacs. They can just get away. Drop into the mineral line. More probes falling. We don't have W's as game hearts, but probes are going down. How many? I'm afraid to look. 16. Entire mineral line, 16 probes have fallen, and MasTeR is going for a massive counterattack. I mean, he's pretty committed here. Will force a cancel. Denies the 4th. But here comes the surround. He wants a Colossus. He wants them. And he's going to get them as well. And the flanking Marauders. They focus on the Colossi. There's no escaping. And these losses have been brutal. Losing almost every single high-tech unit. One Immortal survives. And honestly, Yan can keep pushing. He can keep going from here. What is there to stop him? There's only Stalkers. There's no Colossus. There's just the one Immortal. No Disruptors. These losses have been brutal here for MasTeR. And here comes the move out. Here comes the push. Yan, he's up in supply. Now, there is going to be one Colossus. There's one Colossus here in between the bases. Can defend. It's a medevac. Yan has to pull away. But now he does retreat. He respects this position. Yan now taking into Ghost. Ghost Academy's on the way. His fourth base had to be restarted, if you recall. So he's actually not as far ahead as he otherwise could have been. Yan is maxing out, that is true, but he was slowed down here by his otherwise cancelled fourth. MasTeR getting a fifth. Yan moving out. Yan still has potential to pull MasTeR apart because of that supply, but MasTeR is not too far behind. He's recovering. Again, Yan, he had a window, he had an opportunity, but it feels like it has kind of passed him by. Was a little bit too passive after killing all the Colossus. And the fourth base is fully saturated. Yan's army is spotted. At the same time, Zalarambai will deny the fifth. Our reinforcements back at home. Yan, he will defend. SCVs are going down. But Yan is just buying time for the planetary. Oh, it does drag the army back home. Planetary does complete. Likewise, main army engaging. Yan being forced back. That trades well against the Zealots at least. But Yan, he's stuck on mainly a Marauder-based army. Does need those Ghosts. Ghosts, Vikings, Liberators. His army needs to be refined. And MasTeR maxes out. Again, Yan, he was doing so well. He was trading so well. But MasTeR has recovered. Both armies are maxed. MasTeR, he gets eyes on the drop. He's aware with the Observer. Blink is still on the way, so it's still a little bit difficult for MasTeR to punish these drops. But he should be able to. Here you can see MasTeR getting position. Observers, they're everywhere. They spot the rotations. Likewise, Pylon spots the drop. MasTeR getting ready. Yan forced to step or force to pull away. Now at least Yan has the upgrade lead. He's got 3-3 on the horizon, and that will help. Likewise, 2 more starports, fusion core, into lib range. MasTeR throwing down a wall of cannons and shield batteries. I mean, he knows that his army is less mobile. He knows that that's the big advantage of Yan. I would not be opposed to seeing cannons and shield batteries here at the natural. Army slims in. There it goes off, teasing connection. Yan does take down a line of Stalkers. Not bad. The rest of the army does respond. The Observer does see everything. Yan should be aware that something's wrong. Like, seeing this rotation is a tell that there are observers seeing him. Last Yan, he pulls away, making 4 libs at a time. Now would be the time for MasTeR to throw down some Stargates. I would love to see a Fleet Beacon, some Stargates, and a transition to Sky Toss. But now, though, he's committing into a ground-based army. 2 more Robos. And still an Observer over the army as well. Liberation has arrived. Ooh, no Lib range, though. MasTeR does catch through those Liberators. Nova goes off. Final Liberator is going to be targeted down as well. Disruptors are on cooldown, but nice force fields. The army is kept at bay. Once again, MasTeR keeping up with the rotation. He sees everything, Bat. Sees it all. More Liberators have arrived. Another one goes down. And another. And 2 more Liberators falling. One of the Colossus does get sniped, though. Bit of trades for Yan. Getting one of the Colossus. And still just remaxing on pure Lib. Catching another Disruptor. A bit of mispathing out of MasTeR. Just a rough rally. Novas have potential. The splits, though. Oh my god, MasTeR! He doesn't connect Yan with the splits. He pulls away. Oh my god. Does avoid the Novas. Trades well. Is still going to be forced back. So that's to respect the army. And the Novas will zone back the main army. Another Liberator falls. MasTER still trading well. The map has been cut in half. Army steps in, gets a Colossus, gets a Disruptor, gets 2! And MasTER caught with his pants down, late to react. Did overextend. Telerama gets spotted. Main army pushing in. No Liberators this time. Planetary under fire. The Zealots are cleaned up. Yan, he can focus on the main push. Sensor tower goes down. Looks like the Observer earlier did get sniped. So now we have less detection, less vision. Yan is a little more in the dark. And the Liberation Zones, they have arrived. The Freedom! Oh my god. And catching a Colossus. MasTER coming in from behind. Alas, getting surrounded though. Yeah, surround is too good. Massive Nova connection on the Ghost. But it looks like there's just too much bio. GG gets called. Yan, he snowballs out of control. And Yan will take the 2-0. Will advance on to the grand finals. GG. Crazy. My god. Yan, calm down. GG, well played. Very impressive play here out of Yan. Again, he had a solid lead early on, but then MasTER did recover. He was able to max out. If you recall, MasTER, he had a bank. He had like 2k bank, and he was maxed. Alas, I do feel like he should have tried to transition out of a ground-based army once too many Liberators arrive. I mean, he was doing a good job at keeping the Liberator count low, but once they hit critical mass, then, I mean, you're forced into Sky Toss, and MasTER was never really working in that direction. He was just sticking with a ground-based army. He was doing okay for himself, but in the end, he was outpositioned. In the end, he lost his observers, he lost his map vision, and he lost his map control. Did lose control of the map. GG, well played. Yan will advance on, and now we have our TvT finals. Let's go. We have our 2 finalists. It's going to be Yan versus Inexorable. Oh boy. And I don't know who to favor here. I mean, they're both quite comparable in skill. I feel like Inexorable has been more active and has been more consistent. That is true. I will stand by that. But with this result coming in, Yan is looking more impressive. Like he's been a little bit absent over the past year. Yan, he hasn't been the most active player, but whenever we see him, he's looking strong, and this could go either way. This could go either way. I feel like My head says Inexorable, but my heart says Yan. It's hard to pick between the two. Regardless, Yan, he has had a very strong performance here tonight. He brought down Dorminoko, he brought down MasTeR. Arguably, Yan had a harder road to the finals. And now we're getting ready for those grand finals. We are getting ready. As vetoes are underway. And as a reminder as well, this is going to be a best of 5. Best of 5 TvT between Inexorable and Yan. There can only be one. Only be one here. That's catching up. But again, I'm just really impressed by Yan. Really impressed here by his play. And we'll see if that translates to TvT. I mean, we were able to see Inexorable earlier against Kamikaze. Kamikaze, though, is a very different kind of player. Again, going for often more Kamikaze play style, just massive doom drops and hyper-committed play all over the place. Yan, I'm sure, will take a different approach. This might even be a very long series. I mean, it's a best of 5, that is true, but we might have just a more macro approach from both sides as well.